When people buy an AC or a cooler, it usually doesn't happen as a planned decision. It happens on that one day when the heat becomes unbearable, the room feels uncomfortable, and suddenly a solution becomes urgent. But what's interesting is that most brands still communicate as if the customer has been planning this purchase for weeks. Welcome to Boardroom series, episode 13. Today, we will breaking down how AC and cooler brands in 2026 and leverage AI-driven system that create, test, and publish content daily.
The customer is reacting instantly to real situations, but the brand is still operating on fixed content calendar. And during summers, those situations keep changing almost every day. Sometimes it's extremely heat, power cuts, rise electricity bills, and even the struggle to sleep comfortably at night.
But the communication often stays the same. By the time a team plan content, creates it, get approvals, and publish it, the moment they were trying to capture has already passed. So the real challenge is not just creativity, it's responsiveness and timing.
And this is exactly where things began to change in 2026. We are no longer talking about using AI as one time content tool. We are talking about building a continuous workflow using tools like N10 and that works daily content engine for the brand.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. The system starts by collecting real signals like temperature, changes across cities, search trends, engagement patterns, website activity, and even customer queries. Based on these inputs, they generate content that align with what people are actually experiencing that day.
So instead of publishing content on fixed schedule, brands are now publishing based on what's actually happening at the moment.
If a city suddenly experiences a heat spike, the content can immediately focus on cooling comfort. If there is increased interest around electricity usage, the messaging can shift towards energy efficiency and savings, which naturally makes the communication feels more timely and useful.
And along with relevance, the system also enables continuous testing. Different hooks, captions, formats, and call to actions can be tested simultaneously. So, over time, the brand clearly understands what actually performs better.
That's where the impact become measurable. Brands can start seeing 30 to 50% higher engagement rates, 20 to 35% improvements in click-through rates, and 25 to 40% lower cost per lead, while reducing the time it takes to create and publish content. And most important part is the scale is achieved without expanding the team.
So, it's not about just creating more content, it's about learning faster from every piece of content.
Now, if we look at brands like Orient and VGuard, this approach becomes more powerful because for them, summer is not just a season, it's the moment that drives demand. Instead of relying on a few large campaigns, they can build a continuous and adaptive content presence.
If we talk about Orient, they consistently focus on cooling, performance, comfort, and everyday use cases that connect families. While VGuard can take a broader approach by connecting coolers, stabilizers, fans, and inverters into one continuous content system.
So instead of isolated campaigns, they are building a narrative that evolves throughout the season. One day the focus is on managing extreme heats, another day on saving electricity and improving sleep quality during hot nights.
At that point, the brand is no longer just promoting products, it is actively addressing everyday problems.
And that's what Agentic AI really enables. It doesn't replace the marketing team, it enhances their ability to respond, test, and stay relevant continuously. So, the brand that will stand out in summer 2026 won't simply be the one creating more content. They will be the one creating timely and context driven content.
Because when communication aligns with real situation, it stops feeling like marketing and start delivering real value. And that's what we explore in Boardroom series. See you in the next episode.